Good morning and welcome in on this Wednesday. Dan Hardebrook, glad to have you along as we take a look at your latest local news from around the region. It is your latest Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your Wednesday news headlines are brought to you by your three-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out this week's front page headlines. Celebrate freedom with a look at our local 4th of July weekend event schedule. Local resident Sarah Sumbera is taking on kids' hunger. You soon might be receiving a letter about lead from the village of Newberry. And field research with Tim Callahan to ABJ from TGC. Those stories and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news this morning, the Michigan Department of Transportation announcing a major road project that will impact the commute in and around Newberry starting in early July. MDOT says they'll begin a highway maintenance and repair project that will stretch from the M28 and M123 intersection in Newberry east to County Road 393, which is Borgstrom Road. Work on the project will begin Monday, July 7th, and MDOT hopes that the work is completed by Friday, August 29th. During the work, motorists should expect intermittent lane closures. Through the duration of the project, at least one lane will remain open to traffic at all times, and lane width restrictions of 10 feet will be in place. For more information, or if you have questions regarding the project, you can contact the Michigan Department of Transportation's Newberry Transportation Service Center at 906-293-5168. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources has announced that a 36-year-old man who was arrested and charged after a series of state forest campground thefts last fall was back in Lewis County District Court earlier this month. 36-year-old Justin Mark Spitzley of Sunfield, Michigan, returned to the Lewis County District Court on June 16th for a restitution hearing following his involvement in the case. Spitzley targeted several payment collection sites which campers deposit cash, known as pay pipes, last fall. Courts ordered Spitzley to pay an additional $6,000 in restitution in the case and a $2,000 reimbursement for cash that was recovered as evidence the time of his arrest in October. Spitzley was also sentenced to 1 year in jail with credit for 81 days served in the case. Following his February arraignment, Spitzley pled guilty to one felony charge of larceny of more than $1,000 but less than $20,000. Also was charged with one misdemeanor for operating on a suspended license. Spitzley was originally lodged in the Ionia County Jail on unrelated charges before being transferred in April to the Alger County Jail. It's where he'll serve the remainder of his 1 year sentence. Campgrounds owned by the DNR that Spitzley was accused of stealing from include Perch Lake, Lake Superior, Blind Sucker number 1 and 2, the mouth of the Two-Hearted River. Those state forest campgrounds are operated and overseen by local state parks, including the Muskellonge Lake State Park and the Tequamanon Falls State Park. Michigan conservation officers locked in on Spitzley late last fall set up a sting operation to bust him, catch him in the act of stealing from those pay pipes. A yearly 4th of July tradition event will make its return again this summer. Engadine announcing the 43rd annual 4th of July Black Bear Run will take place. You can register now for the event, which will be July 4th, starting at 8 a.m. Go to black-bear-run.com for more information or to get registered for the event. Those who sign up early will pay $30. The fee to join the event will be $35 on the day of the race. The Black Bear Run takes place each and every summer, and it's sponsored and hosted by the Engadine Sports Boosters. They use the Black Bear Run as a fundraiser to support local school programs. Participants will receive a special event t-shirt. There'll be fruit, water, yogurt, and chocolate milk for those participating at the finish line. Everyone is welcome, from families and individuals to groups joining together. There'll also be a prize this year for the best dressed patriotic runner. The event will start the 12K race at the Engadine Consolidated Schools, And the 6K event will start from the Hiawatha Sportsman's Club Airport. The race will end at the baseball fields in Nobbinway, and school buses will be available for drop-off and return trips back to starting points in Engadine. There are sponsorship opportunities available for any groups who are also willing to donate or help. You can contact Engadine Schools at 906-477-6313 or event organizer Randy Kerr at 906-420-1907. Again, for more information, go to black-bear-run.com. Feeding America returns to town this week for the latest Feeding America mobile food pantry. That event will take place on Thursday at the God's Country Cooperative Parish Dunlap Center on M123. Lineup will begin at 1 p.m. and the distribution will start at 2. You're asked to follow traffic instructions on site. Don't line up early. Make room in your vehicle for volunteers to load your items. The event is a drive-through format. Local Feeding America mobile food pantries are sponsored by the Newberry Area Ministerial Association. The American Legion Post 74 in Newberry is holding a special dedication ceremony where they'll name the Big Hall in honor of a local veteran. The American Legion Post 74 of Newberry will host the dedication program in the Big Hall Banquet Room Saturday at 1 p.m. According to Post 74 officials, the room will be named after an individual who will be revealed at the ceremony. There'll be sandwiches and refreshments served at the program by members of the American Legion's Auxiliary. The public is welcome and encouraged to attend. That Big Hall naming dedication will take place again Saturday at 1 p.m. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news each and every Wednesday brought to you by your 3-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. The latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News is available now. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The Tigers topped the Oakland Athletics 11-4 at Comerica Park yesterday. They're the first American League team this season to reach the 50-win mark. Tigers now 50-30 on the season and 27-12 at home. After the big offensive explosion, it was Oakland who jumped out to a surprising early lead, scoring 4 runs in the first 2 innings off of Cy Young favorite Tarek Skubal. But the Tigers equaled that feat and then surpassed the Athletics. Detroit with 2 runs in the first and then 5 in the third. They tacked on 2 in the 7th and 2 more in the 8th for good measure. They ran away with the contest. It's a big day for the Tigers offense. Kerry Carpenter had a home run. Dylan Dingler hit a 3-run shot. Zach McKinstry, Wenzel Perez, and Riley Green all also added to the offensive onslaught for the Tigers. Skubal, despite some early struggles, is now 9-2 on the season. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, those 4 runs, but did strike out 8. His ERA on the season near the best in baseball at 2.29. Aaron Rodgers tells the Pat McAfee Show that this is pretty sure to be his final season in the NFL. Rodgers, who recently signed a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers, says he's, quote, pretty sure 2025 will be his final season in the NFL. The 4-time MVP and Packers franchise great had a disappointing stint over 2 seasons with the New York Jets. Signed a 1-year, $13.65 million deal just before reporting to mandatory minicamp earlier this month. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. We'll see mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s, and northeast winds 5 miles per hour. Thursday, showers likely, mostly cloudy, highs will be in the upper 60s, east winds 5 to 10. Friday, more rain possible, a slight chance, mostly cloudy, highs in the low 70s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.